So I was messing with world generation options this morning, and I found some interesting stuff. So if you look, we're over here on Minecraft 1.17.1. So if you create a new world and go under more world options, you'll see there's a world type here. It has some interesting options like super flat, large biomes, amplified, single biome, and then you have caves and floating islands. The interesting thing about caves and floating islands is they were removed in 1.18 because I guess they aren't compatible with the world generation. So this is what the floating islands preset looks like. As you can see, it's floating islands. You got structures generating and everything. There's a rune portal there. I saw a mineshaft down here. Yeah, mineshafts look really weird in this preset because like they just kind of float around at the bottom of everything, hanging from chains a lot of the time, like this. And you get villages that kind of generate like this too a little bit as well. It's weird. This village was fortunate enough to generate correctly on the top. You can see there's just this bit floating here. Oh no, there's a house down there. Look at this. You get stuff like this because everything is hard capped at Y0, which is right here. If I try to build here, I can't because it's Y0. Okay, well I can build there, but not there. So now let's switch it over to 1.18 and see what goes on here. Okay, so here we are in the floating islands world in 1.18. Last time we went over here towards this village in Mineshaft. Now if we go past where we went last time, we should find where the world becomes 1.18, and the change occurs right around here. You can tell by the unusual landforms that we're seeing here, like this, and then everything kind of gets weird here as it kind of generates in 1.18, but kind of not at the same time. It's almost like amplified, but not really. So it's kind of like generating islands just stacked on top of each other. It kind of generates caves as well, just because the islands go up so much higher. But even though with the new world generation lets it go down technically to Y-64, nothing generates below Y0 still. That's still kind of a cutoff. Look at this. This is not what the floating islands looked like before. It's really tall, cavey islands now. And the transition areas are so glitchy because you get like slopes leading up to it. Like, what is this? This is not how it's supposed to be. Like, this is like a normal hillside, but then you have like this. What's this? Why is this? It's just, it cuts off for some reason. It's just everywhere at the border you just get this random line of grass blocks here that I don't understand. And there goes some glow squids. It's really, really strange, but super interesting to look at. Is this a geode on the surface? It is. There's you see all sorts of things that are not supposed to happen in Minecraft. So you can see this is kind of a cave, actually. It's a really big cave with a grassy floor and, you know, entirely open on one side, but it is kind of a cave. It's basically like if you took the old floating islands preset and amplified it, but it's not even really islands anymore because it's kind of a single landmass all joined together. Like, you don't really see the gaps in between islands anymore. It's just floating land. It's so weird, but also really, really cool. I would love to play this normally, apart from the fact that you're like stuck in a permanent endless plains biome. Although, is this even really a plains biome? I don't know. But yeah, you could technically play the game like this because you get mineshaft, you get villages. I think you can get strongholds in here too still. Yeah, you can get a stronghold. Amethyst geodes just generating through the bottom, and here's the stronghold over here. This, I don't know if this was just what is this? Is this just a chunk that didn't load or what? Why is there just a lava border here? But yeah, here's the stronghold over here, so you could technically beat the game, you could go to the end, all that great stuff. I think the nether works as well. I think the nether's just normal though. Look at that, I spawned in a fortress. Check out that RNG. But yeah, the nether's just regular nether. But that's just one of the 2 removed generation types. Let's have a look at the other one. Okay, so here we are on the caves preset. I've never actually loaded a world in this, so this is a first for me. And as you can see, it's basically just, it's kind of like the overworld, except the entire thing is a cave. This is actually pretty cool. Okay, so here we are in the caves world, and it is extremely dark. I'm going to give myself night vision. Okay, so this is the caves world. I don't remember which way I went last time, but I think it was towards the water. Oh, this is 1.17 terrain. Actually, I don't even know what's like at the top. I'm gonna go into spectator mode and have a look. Does it just go into solid stone? Oh, it goes up to bedrock. But bedrock is broken. And there's a village up here. I'm not sure if this is part of the 1.17 or the 1.18, but either way, I don't think this is supposed to happen. Yeah, this is right here. This is where there's a cutoff into 1.18. I'm assuming you can tell by the fact that the bedrock is broken and there's just a village house cut off. So let's see what's going on down below. So we have actual caves. That makes sense. It is caves world. There's a geode. There's a mine shaft. There's not really an open area though, like there was over there. It's actually just solid caves now, which I guess is kind of what I was expecting. Oh no, here's an open area. This actually looks largely unchanged, I would say. Maybe like the water is deeper here. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been this deep before, but like on the whole, this isn't too vastly different, I don't think. Nothing like what we saw with the floating islands preset. Yeah, you get really, really deep lakes now. I'm not sure if that's like every time or if it's just these particular ones. Could be either way. But let's see. This is, not gonna lie, this is less interesting than the floating caves. Not floating caves, floating islands. Just because like it feels very similar to how it would have been in 1.17. I don't know why they removed this. This feels like it functions fine. There's a geode down there. I mean, aside from like the glitch at the broken bedrock, but I think that was more of an issue with the transition more than like actually not working. Like if we come up to the top again, I don't think we'll be seeing any more broken bedrock. I mean, aside from like at the villages, which for some reason generate on the surface, and I think you can, okay, now there's bedrock below this, so you can't really use this. Actually, you could probably use, oh no, there isn't a well, there's just a fountain. I don't know, you might be able to use this to break bedrock, but like, you can still build up here because it's 1.18, so you can like go all the way up to whatever the build limit is, I don't know. This looks pretty normal, honestly, which is kind of underwhelming compared to the floating islands. But that's all. This is just something I thought was kind of interesting, and maybe you thought it was kind of interesting too. If you liked what you saw, consider subscribing, but that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.